What's up, you guys? You're welcome to the Pop Culture Parents. Please do not forget to like, to subscribe, to turn on your post notifications so you get notified each time that I post. Because as you know, the tea is hot, but the Pop Culture Parent has you covered. So let's get right into it. So first of all, we have to observe a moment of silence for Megan Thee Stallion's career. Child, because This girl. So, following the release of Act 2, Megan, the album, recharted on Billboard at number 13 with 41,000 units sold. If you think that's bad, child, let me let you know that 41,000 units first week is the combined sales of both Act 1 and Act 2. Act 1 sold only 29,000 copies first week. That's 13 goddamn songs sold 29,000 copies first week. And combined with Act 1, we have 31 songs that sold 41k combined. Imagine being outsold by your opening act not once, but two effing times. Because if Glorilla's album could sell 69,000 copies first week, and her mixtape could sell 33,000 copies first week, with your album selling 41,000 copies first week, first and second acts combined, outsold by Glorilla. Literally so effing embarrassing. Literally so embarrassing. Child, moving on. Something happened this week that really confused me. So Cardi will take the tweet us to say that my kids are so smart, and will proceed to post a video of Wave, her son, knowing his alphabets and stuff. And people began to say, "Oh, go Cardi! Oh, go Cardi! Since Nicki wants to come for you, come for her children, come for her kid, come for Papa Bear, this Papa Bear." And it was like she never said that. It was never shade to anybody. All she literally said was, "My kids are so smart." And so, moving on, in retaliation, somebody allegedly sent Cardi graphic videos of her daughter, Culture. Very nasty and inappropriate videos and stuff. And in my head, I'm like, when did it ever get this serious? When did it ever get this deep to the point where disgusting videos are being made at of a child because you assume that Cardi was dissing Nicki's baby when she really wasn't. Or at least it didn't seem that way to me. That it was supposed to be short, it was supposed to be shade or anything of that sort. So I'm like, how did we get here? And instead of Cardi's sister Hennessy to have a rational reaction to know that, oh, this wasn't from Nicki, this was probably from some psycho. She decides to be irrational and she decides to try and diss Papa Beer, an effing child. She goes, nah, Bees was mad, Wave knows his ABC, and started talking mad ish about my niece and nephew. So since he also bothered that Wave knows his ABCs, let's all sing it together, then be ready. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. ABCDEFGHIG. Isn't that meant to be a J? Isn't that meant to be a J? So basically, what she was trying to do was try to say, "Oh, Wave can notice alphabet, and Papa Bear, Nicki's son, does not, and Papa Bear does not." And I'm like, how is your reaction to a child being not necessarily assaulted, but being made fun of to make fun of another person's child who directly did nothing to your child, to your sister's child? And it just made absolutely no effing sense to me. And I'm like, oh, and then you're trying to diss him that he can't say his alphabet, and you don't even know that. Then you could even get the alphabets right at your big age. You couldn't say A to Z correctly at your big age, and you're trying to make fun of a 3-year old. Like, where are your senses? Where are they? The brain upstairs. Where did you leave them? Like, it makes absolutely no effing sense. And Cardi had a reaction to it. And while her reaction was like, Nikki never said anything about your child, at the same time, She did not say anything about Nicki's child. She dissed Nicki, and I'm like, oh, why are you even dissing Nicki to begin with? But at least she wasn't coming for nobody's child like the dumb Hennessy.
I don't give a fuck when you talk about this fucking stand shit, this bardigan shit, this fucking barb shit. Stop fucking bringing my child up. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't care about this stand shit. I don't care about this artist shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm coming aggressive for my kids. My sister's coming aggressive for my kids. The fuck? Fuck is wrong with you? I said, my kids are so smart. I get back on Twitter, people like shade, 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 shade. But now I know why they were saying shade. Because bitches was throwing me shade. But I don't pay attention to bitches because I don't give a fuck about them. Like I said, these bitches is old and washed. I'm not looking at them. I'm not checking for them.
And I don't know who Cardi was referring to as old and washed. Because if you're talking about washed, we're going to be talking about the girl that hasn't been relevant since 2020. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And spoiler alert, her name is Cardi. You haven't been relevant since 2020, since Trump was last in office, and you're talking about washed, trying to call Nicki Minaj washed. The delusion is insane, baby girl. The delusion is insane. Like, you need to get checked out for that because I know you're not calling Nicki washed. I know you're not calling Nicki washed. Because if you're talking about old unwashed and you're talking about the woman who just got an 108 million dollar tour gross and the number one album that sold 228,000 copies first week, the highest first week sales for a female rapper this decade. Mind you, no other female rapper has sold up to 100,000 units this decade, and she's washed. Then what the hell does that make you? And your 98 debuts on Billboard, your bubbling under charting, your features that have no effects. I know you're not talking about washed, child. I know you're not talking about washed, baby girl. Because as far as I'm concerned, any artist whose label is currently broke because of their payola budgets and can no longer afford a payola package for the artist and is scared to let you drop so you don't embarrass the label and yourself cannot be talking about washed. You can't call a woman who's making her label money washed. So child, you need to get checked, baby girl. You need to, check yourself for some heartbreak or some offset leaving you type depression, because this delusion, the same delusion that made you have 3 kids with a man who was continuously cheating on you. Hmm. Let's move on. Let's not dig too deep into your rabbit hole, the skeletons in your diamond cupboards, girl. Good night. Speaking of heartbreaks, fans are speculating that Cardi has lasered Offset's name off of her thighs. And while others are saying that the tat is still there, we don't know for sure, but fans are speculating that she's getting Offset's name lasered off her thigh. And while we don't know for sure, she better hurry up and do that because Offset was allegedly trying to link up with someone in the hoods, and she took a picture of him and posted it saying he ugly in real life. Child, moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on. So the last thing for the night is that Lato revealed that her record label was not paying for the Brokey music video, and maybe that's why the video looked so cheap and stuff. But yeah, her record label said they're not paying for the music video because Lato is allegedly turning them into a brokey with the way she's making them no money and stuff. So they say they're not paying for the music video, and child, that's embarrassing and stuff. But what's new? It's Lato.
Thank you so much to Bose for paying for my video because RCA Cheap Pass wasn't going to. Just a jokey.